lovelies, let's get into the kitchen and invite a few people over for dinner. Let's make them feel special. Let's make some spicy pork and sweet potato pies in individual dishes, one for each of your guests. What is better than that sweet and spicy combination? We do it in so many different types of dishes. Today is not going to be any different. We're doing some seasoned pork. So of course, you know, in the Caribbean, we wash in our meat. Lime, water, a little salt. We wash out the pork. We have some beautiful fresh pork cubes here. And of course, I added what does us be telling about the seasoning in the Caribbean food? That's the secret. So we have our chopped seasoning today because I want all of the textures and flavors in there. And of course, that chopped seasoning recipe is listed for you below. So I've already started here with my washed pork and my seasoning. I'm going to go in with a little salt and a little jerk seasoning for the spicy. There we go. Ginger. Now ginger pairs really well with pork as well as sweet potatoes. So you see we're already starting to mix and match things already. So I have some bay leaves here and some pimento seeds. And I have some fresh chopped shadow penny. Great. So we're going to mix this, season this up, get all the seasonings and everything in there. We're going to let it rest, and in the meantime, we're going to prepare our sweet potato. I think sometimes we underestimate a good sweet potato dish. I know normally we'll boil it, maybe we'll saute it, but you know, sometimes you need to take something and spruce it up a little bit, and that's what we're going to do today with some sweet potatoes. So I had my whole sweet potato. I scrub off all the dirt because you know that's a ground provision, right? I cleaned it up, peeled, I cut into small pieces, and I boiled them in our fresh blended seasoning and a little bit of salt. Of course, this recipe is available for you below, so you know what's in it. Side pimento garlic, blend it up nicely to flavor all of our recipes. So I have my sweet potato, and it's still very warm, and this is important for making sure that it comes out really nice and fluffy. And I have a little salt in case I need some extra. So I am using the whisk attachment on my mixer because I think this makes it really nice and fluffy. I am going to add a little at a time and mix. Little at a time. So I'm doing a little sweet potato and a little butter, and we're going to mix this together nice and fluffy. Right, so you see there, I started off slow and then I went up a little bit, that's so that air can go through and it becomes really nice and fluffy. So I'm going to finish mixing this up, season with a little salt, make sure it tastes in good. I'm going to set this aside and start to saute my pork. There are 2 steps to making our spicy pork. We're going to saute it here, let it get a little brown in color. Then we're gonna add a little sauce towards the end, pour it on a tray and bake it in the oven. So we're gonna start nice hot pot, a sufficient amount of oil. We're going to brown the meat, as we just say. I don't know if anybody else in the Caribbean does say brown the meat, but let me know in the comments if that's something you'll say, right? But I know here where I am, that's what we say, brown the meat. So we're gonna give it a little color, just say it. All right, and in with all of that seasoned pork. The pot is running away. Right, so I'm just going to spread it out like this. Let one side get nice and colored, then you keep turning ever so often to make sure that, you know, it gets some little brown edges and so on, and then we're going to add our sauce and drop it in the oven. If only you could be in this kitchen with me. Next time we should cook together. Cook same time with me so you could smell what I smell. The ginger has certainly stood out in this pork. So now I'm going to add some barbecue sauce. Now this is an opportunity for you to make this recipe your own. Use your favorite barbecue sauce. If you have a barbecue sauce that you make special for anything, use it here so it feels a lot more like yours. I am using just a little pineapple barbecue sauce that I had from before, and I'm just going to mix this in. I have here a baking dish because we're then going to bake for the rest of cook time. And make sure everything is nice and moist. Okay, so we're gonna get this into our pan. There we go. Perfect. I'm gonna get all of my juice, all of my sauce to come out of the pan. We're spreading this nice and even into the dish, and make sure when we spread it out evenly, we're gonna put this in the oven 375 to cook until the pork is tender. My lovelies, it doesn't get much more thoughtful than what we're doing today. Serving each guest their individual pie is so thoughtful and sweet and welcoming. The only problem there is that they'll keep coming back looking for these nice special treatment at your house, so sparingly do these things. This is like special occasion things, all right? So we're going to make our small pies. I have some oven-friendly ramekins, and I'm putting them all in one big dish. There's nothing in the dish. We're not doing any type of double baking in a bath. It's just to hold everything together, and you're not balancing these in the oven tray, right? So I just have them set in there. I've greased them lightly with some olive oil, and I'm going to do like a little layer of sweet potato into one. Then I'm going to go in with my pork, which I've shredded when it became cool and I was able to handle it. I shredded off the meat from whatever little bones I might have had, and I don't like a lot of the fat, so I took off some of the fat, and so I put that in there. So we're now pressing it down because we want a nice mountain of pie. So we layer our pork back with some sweet potato. This doesn't have to be super neat. We want that nice textured look. Makes it look nice and artistic and creative. So we want to put our sweet potato. Just make sure and cover all the corners like this. Great. I'm going to do a little olive oil at the top for baking and flavor. And then I'm going to do a little garnish here. You can use celery or fresh parsley. So we are going to make the rest of this, pop them in the oven until they get a little brown at the top. A lovely dish for lovely people. Here we have it, our spicy pork and sweet potato pies, individual pies to make our dinner guests feel extra special. Make sure and tag me when you do this dinner, guys. I want to know. I also want to know, what did you serve on the side? Did you do a big nice salad? Did you saute some veggies? Let me know in the comments when you tried this recipe, what did you serve on the side? My lovelies, as always, I've enjoyed my time with you in the kitchen. Please subscribe to my channel for more recipes, and also follow me on Instagram, Trini, Food Designer Arlene, for more recipes, tips, tricks, and look out for our website.